Hey everyone, welcome back to the Sunny Side. I'm Sonny, and today I'm going to tell you guys about Mars, the placement of Mars, and what it in your astrological chart, and what it means for your sex life. It should be a lot of fun. All right, so there are a lot of different meanings for Mars. There are a lot of different, but Mars in the houses can mean different things. Mars tends to be quite disruptive, but it tends to also be passion as well. It's a lot of energy in that particular house. Today, we're going to focus on your sex life with regards to Mars, first in the houses, and then at the end, we're going to look at Mars in the individual signs. And the signs don't really take long. And I'm going to be taking notes from the stuff that I hand out, or I'm going to be reading you guys straight from some of the stuff that I hand out to the class that I teach. All right, let's get down to it. Oh, also, I'm a professional astrologer. If you want a personal reading, hit the PayPal link in the description box below. All right, you guys ready? So first up, Mars in the first house. So now this is not about Aries yet. This is Mars in the first house in any sign. Mars in the first house. So first, Mars in the first house can cause some problems, right? Obviously, but actually, Mars in the first house is pretty good for a lot of people. It makes you pushy. It can give you headaches, facial blemishes, scars. But people with Mars in the first house tend to be successful. Anyways, here we go. Mars in the first house, as far as your sex life, it's a married life full of enthusiasm. You'll be possessive. Mars in the first house will make you possessive. And the person generally enjoys their sex life greatly and fully demonstrates his love and affection to his partner and requires constant love and affection and attention from the partner. So Mars in the first house people need a lot of attention. They're very me. They tend to be very pushy. And as far as your sexual life is concerned, your sex life, Mars in the first house people require constant love, affection, and attention from their partner. All right, next. Mars in the second house. So Mars in the second house is a different kind of thing. Mars in the second house is absolutely going to bring you problems with your money. This is money in, money out. Okay, that's something that you have to watch out. It could create hearing problems, maybe a problem with your right eye. So just things to watch out for. Now, according to your sex life, Mars in the second house people tend to be aggressive and crude in sex matters. Remember, this is you. The first house is you. The second house is kind of very solid and stable, very earthy, solid, and stable. It's about as solid as it can get. You can get in the chart and it's your stuff. And then things start to move around when you get to the third house. Just want to show you guys that. So again, the second house Mars is aggressive, crude in sex matters, very burning and deep feelings for their partner, but doesn't necessarily exhibit them. So if you have Mars in the sex house, you obviously care a lot about your partner, but you might have difficulty sharing your feelings. All right, here we go. Third house. We already know Mars in the third house people. They might go to jail. They move around a lot. They might, they move around a lot. Maybe they move around a lot. Here we go. They talk a lot. They move around. They're argumentative. All right, Mars in the third house as far as your sexuality is concerned. Courageous and considerate in sex matters, but fail to demonstrate. Ouch! Mars in the third house, considerate, but you fail to demonstrate in your sexual matters. Mars in the third house is a curious kind of Mars, asking questions, moving around, jumping from here to here, possibly multiple partners. So backing it up, Mars in the first guys are needy, demonstrative. Mars in the second house care very deeply, but they have difficulty showing it. Mars in the third house, these guys fail to demonstrate it as well. Next, Mars in the fourth house. Here we go. So, Mars in the fourth house, right at the bottom of your chart. Here we go. All right, here we go. Full of libido. Mars in the fourth house, full of libido. Unlike Sonny, who's full of something else. Okay, full of libido. Very, very fond of sex. Mars in the 4th house, very fond of sex, but is not considerate and is rather selfish. Oh my goodness. Mars in the 4th, guys, are too sexy and experienced in lovemaking. Oh my goodness. So Mars in the 4th, guys, are too sexy. They have too much experience. They're too skilled. And there's a possibility that there's a very deep attachment to the wife. Mars in the 4th house could also indicate violence at home. It could also indicate you might be moving, and I'll just leave it at that. Mars in the 5th house. Now, the 5th house is the house of ooh la la. It's the house of creativity and the things you create, like babies and making babies. So here we go. Let's see what's going on. Are you guys ready? Mars in the 5th house. Now, there is a problem with Mars in the 5th house, guys. Mars in the 5th house is going to have problems conceiving children. Mars in the 5th house might have accidental pregnancies and miscarriages, and Mars in the 5th house people tend to have a lot of problems with children, or they might not want children. Just saying. All right. Anyways, Mars in the 5th. It says you're timid in sex. People with Mars in the 5th are apparently timid in sex, and which is fascinating because if you had Pluto in the 5th house, that indicates public drunkenness, really partying it up every once in a while, getting naked in public. All right, Mars in the 5th. These guys tend to be timid in sex and uneventful sex life. Uneventful sex life, except you might have miscarriages and abortions. The person seeks, now here's what's really important. Mars in the 5th seeks intellectual partnership. Guys, got that? Intellectual partnership. 5th house is the house of romance, creativity, and the things you create. Mars in the 6th. All right. Now, Mars in the 6th, watch out. Astrologically, when I'm doing the horoscopes and I'm writing the horoscopes for you guys, Mars in the 6th, you're going to get very busy, so watch out for it. Okay, Mars in the 6th. Sorry, Mars in the 6th. Not sex crazy. Mars in the 6th people are not sex crazy. Sex is a normal routine for them, right? 6th house, your routine, day-to-day life. Mars in the 6th, all right, day-to-day life. Let's do it. You got to wake up. Let's bump uglies. Let's roll over, make the beast with 2 backs. Get down, have some coffee, put my socks back on and go to work. Mars in the 6th house stuff, taking care of business. You know, Mars lights up in the romance houses, but in the 6th house, just take care of business. All right, not sex crazy. Sex is a normal routine for him. Not much regard for partner, right? Mars in the 6th house, not much regard for partner so far as sex is concerned. I'll tell you a secret. The moon in the 6th house, chronic masturbation. You sure you guys want to tell me what your sun, moon, and ascendant is when you see me at a party? That's good. All right, next. Mars in the 7th. So Mars in the 7th, this is one of your relationship houses, right? This is romance, relationships, ending sex, orgasms, you know, secret sex with your friend. Okay, there's a lot to it. If you want a personal reading, hit the PayPal link in the description box below. 7th house, excessive libido. Mars in the 7th, excessive libido. Mars in the 7th indicates almost guaranteed divorce, cheating in relationships, just to let you guys know. Mars in the 7th, excessive libido, too demanding in sex, and may indulge in indiscreet sex life, and these guys are very romantic. So Mars in the 7th, very romantic, almost guaranteed cheating in relationship. You know, they're demanding sexual partners, they're sneaky mofos, they're abusive, they cheat in relationships, and they're going to get divorced. All right, 8th house. All right, who has their Mars in the 8th? For those who don't know, I'm shooting this video live. All right, guys. So who has their Mars in the 8th? Mars in the 8th, in addition to attracting death, Mars in the 8th, in addition to having a health condition that's difficult to diagnose, in addition to like working in mortgages or being, you know, anyways. So Mars in the 8th, too much, guys ready? Too much sex indulgent. Mars in the 8th is sex freaks. Indiscriminate in sex. greatly attached to principles and morals of married life, except that Mars in the 8th house people tend to cheat in relationship. Mars in the 8th house people get abused in relationships. They can be abusive. And Mars in the 8th house people tend to spend a lot of money on other people. Next. Next. Mars in the 9th house. This is an interesting one. So Mars in the 9th house is very moderate and considerate to partner in sex habits. So Mars in the 9th house kind of tones it down a little bit, I guess. Mars in the 9th house, moderate and considerate to sex partner and sex habits. Sex in life is of secondary importance, and it's kind of moderate. So Mars in the 6th, these guys, Mars in the 6th, Mars in the 9th, these guys are not the major sex freaks. These guys are more like day-to-day kind of people getting it done. All right, Mars in the 10th. Here we go. Mars in the 10th. These guys are methodical and touchy in sex matters. Mars in the 10th. Mars in the 10th. Fond of pornography. Mars in the 10th. Oh my God, Sonny's Mars is in the 10th. Okay, methodical, touchy in sex matters, fond of pornography, and very conscientious or very conscious of successful sex acts. Yes! Vigor and vitality in sex acts. Yay! Let's draw a little sword. Yay! His sword works. Yay! Okay, whatever. Okay, Mars in the 10th. Kicks ass and bed sheets. Mars in the 11th. They have craving for sex. Mars in the 11th. They have craving for sex, but do not show openly. Mars in the 6th, in the 11th house are prudes. They crave it, but they're like, don't touch me there. Did you lock the door? My sister's looking at it. Wait, I'm charging my camera. Like, anyways. Mars in the 11th. They have craving for sex, but don't always show it openly. They are easily satisfied. Oh my God. Yeah, no kidding. Because they're into lots of experience, a lot of experiences. Okay. These guys attach more importance to health and have a saintly outlook. Though in thoughts, 11th house Mars people, in their mind, are absolutely sex crazed. Okay? They don't show it, but 11th house Mars, 11th house Mars guys are monstrally sex. Whoa, hiccups. Here we go, guys. Mars in the 12th. These guys, commando style, in and out really quick. Quick and restless in sex acts. Remember, Mars in the 12th house creates sadness. It can be divorce, breakup in relationship, death of a partner, death of your kids. It can be things get taken away from you, behind the scenes, hidden enemies attacking you. Anyways, Mars in the 12th house. If a guy has Mars in the 12th house, he's going to be wham bam. I'll be, checks in the mail. Quick and restless in sex acts, even seeks unnatural methods of sex gratification and gets exhausted early. Whoa. I don't really know any unnatural methods of sex gratification. They all seem pretty natural to me, but I work out. Okay, Mars in the 12th house gets exhausted early, and these guys are careless about their partner's feelings. But, it's all cool, man. We'll take it all with a grain of salt. Okay, here we go, guys. Here we go. So that's the houses. Shall we do a quick pass with the signs? This is going to be really fun. And I'll just do a quick pass because I'm going to have to edit this. This is too long. So Mars in Aries. Here we go. Come on, Kim, you take it easy. Take it easy. Mars in Aries. These guys are youthful in appearance and have a great sexual urge. These guys, Mars in Aries, are never satisfied in sex. And they're they're vigorous, and they can be cruel in sex. Pisces expects sex to be a little painful. Pisces likes a little pain in sex. Capricorn likes to inflict a little pain in sex. Aries likes to dish it out. Taurus, Here we go. Here's a happy little power bottom. In Taurus, Mars in Taurus is fond of sex, obviously, and right, obviously, okay, Venus energy. Taurus they're fond of sex, adept in sexual art, and they are definitely pleasing to the partner. Mars in Taurus. Mars in Gemini. Ay, 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 ay. Mars in Gemini. These guys are cheaters. Mars in Aries, cheaters. Mars in Gemini, cheaters. Mars in Aries, break up with you. Watch out. Mars in Gemini, uncertain love life. Yeah, deficient in sex life. Watch out for it. Next, Mars in Cancer, full of libido. For those who don't know, the crab is obviously one of the horniest signs of the zodiac, even though they're very quiet about it. Cancer, full of libido and easy to please in sex. Oh yeah, Cancer is also the #1 sign of sex workers, just letting you know. And for people, they're sex workers and people who don't get paid to do it, surprisingly. For these guys have a great temper, but cools down with sex or love act. Guys got that? Cancer, full of libido and easy to please in sex. They have a great temper, but cool down with sex or love act. Sex chills out the crab. Leo, great vigor, obviously. Leo can be crude in sex and cunning in love. Leo's crude in sex, cunning in love, and cruel at heart. That's Leo Mars. Virgo Mars. These guys are a weak sex act. Oh my goodness. Virgo, Mars in Virgo. Exhaustion afterwards and always afraid of losing health. Well, Mars in Virgo is the health sign. Watch out for it. That's Mars in Virgo. Mars in Libra. Oh, yeah, you guys are going to have sex with everybody and take pictures. Okay, Mars in Libra. Mars in Libra argues a lot, right? We're talking sex and fun stuff. Mars in Libra argues with everybody. Great lawyers. Mars in Libra, highly passionate, diplomatic in love, and adept in sex act. Mars in Libra, highly passionate, diplomatic in love, adept in sex acts, and they are about as loose in the zipper as you can possibly get. Mars in Libra is about as loose in the zipper while still wearing a zipper. Many signs aren't wearing zippers. Aries, Mars in Aries is Velcro. They're not even wearing zippers. And Sagittarius, forget, they don't even wear pants. All right, next. Mars in Scorpio. First, Mars in Scorpio, watch out. Mars in Scorpio obviously bonds sexually. Mars in Scorpio does not, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? You're not gonna believe me. Mars in Scorpio does not relish frequent sex acts. They mustered it. Oh, no? Okay, next. Mars in Scorpio doesn't relish frequent sex acts. Love for Scorpios is more on a mental plane than a physical plane. So love for Scorpio is more on a mental plane than a physical plane. Venus in Scorpio is bonding sexually. Mars in Scorpio is secret longings. You guys have that? Mars in Scorpio, secret longings. Scorpio, uncovering secrets. Mars in Scorpio, secret longings. Next, Sagittarius, public sex. There you go. Next. Mars in Sagittarius. These guys use endearing words, good company. They please their wife or husband. And Mars in Sagittarius adheres to a nice, sound, earthy, half horse, half beast moral principles. Is it a spiritual? It's a very, everybody knows Sagittarius is the sign of the sexual beast. Right? You guys know that, right? Sagittarius is the sexual beast of the zodiac. All right, next. All right, Capricorn. Mars in Capricorn. Carefree in sex matters. Oh, yeah. Never loses their heart to anyone. And Mars in Capricorn are difficult to please in sex matters. Capricorns are difficult to please in anything, especially sex. Aquarius, fair in love, but a secret sinner. Woo! Aquas are secret sinners. You can rise to expectations, and they can definitely rise to the expectations of the partner. And finally, Mars in Pisces. Here we go, Mars in Pisces, Mars in Pisces. Dual love life. If someone has their Mars in Pisces, a dual love life. These guys are professing morality. Mars in, like, Pisces is a sign of martyrs. Pisces is a sign of, no, Pisces is, Mars in Pisces, they profess morality, but they have clandestine affairs. 12th house, secret affairs. Mars in Pisces, you're going to have secret affairs. And that's the action, guys. I hope everyone had a lot of fun. This video was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. Oh my God, it's almost 20 minutes, but whatever. I'll edit it down and we'll have some fun. And that's the action, guys. From TheSunnySide.net, I'm Sonny, wishing everyone the best of a beautiful week. I'll see you guys soon.